Hey there, Emmanuel here. Welcome back to the TechTutorials channel. In this one, I want to go over OpenCode's custom tools and why I think that they're so good when it comes to implementing certain kinds of features inside of your AI agent without having to rely on an MCP server. So like I said in the previous video, you can go and watch that if you haven't yet. I'm building a NeoVim plugin that will allow me to improve my workflow when it comes to using an AI agent when I want to go back and forth with it and I want to be more in control of the code base instead of just sending the AI agent and telling it to do its thing and then it just comes back with a response. So one of the ideas that I had in that video and I talked about it was that I wanted to have an explore mode where the agent goes and explores different parts of the code base, and then not only does it maybe respond back to me with something or add some kind of context around that exploration, but it also adds those files to a quick fix list inside of NeoVim. Again, if you're not familiar with that concept, I'm going to hop into this project really quickly, and let's say that I search here for config, and I'm going to leave this as is, so we have two of these files. So I'm going to now do here Control Q, and now when I do here J and K, it is going to navigate through this list. So what I want to do is I want to have something like this file where I just say here space and then TE, and then I give here some kind of context. I say like search for like all of the files to improve here the login page or to improve the authentication, something like that. And then it is going to go and do that exploration and add all of the files that it has deemed important to this exploration or based on this exploration around the authentication to the quick fix list. And then I have the ability to navigate through it inside of my editor without having to like exit out of the AI agent, go back to the editor, none of that stuff. I don't need to go search for those files manually, which is usually what I do now. So this improves my workflow a lot. And when I had the idea to do this, as you can see, I was here going through a little bit of back and forth with the model, and it gave me here the idea of using MCP tools and then also custom OpenCode plugins that connect here to the socket. And what I said here is that both can be used, and I also thought that instead of MCP tools, we can actually use custom tools. So instead of an OpenCode plugin itself, having a custom tool that the model can call, and it is included like a first-class citizen, we can think of it that way, inside of the tools that the model has. So instead of us having like the read, the write, the like bash tools, and then to add certain kinds of new tools to the AI agent here to OpenCode, instead of needing to rely on an MCP server, which as soon as I thought MCP server, I thought, okay, I need to like take care of building the server with the help of the AI agent, and I need to like spawn something and make sure that it is long lived. A lot of like pain in the butt just to be able to create like a custom tool inside of the AI agent inside of OpenCode. So I thought maybe they have something, and as I was typing this, I also decided to go to Google and search for it, and I realized that they have here custom tools. So this is sort of the preface for you to understand why certain like use cases require custom tools instead of MCP servers. MCP servers might be very good to distribute them and to allow them to be used by other people. In this case, since I want the integration between the plugin and OpenCode to be very tight, we can go with this approach. So creating a tool, tools are defined as TypeScript or JavaScript files. However, the tool definition can invoke scripts written in any language. TypeScript or JavaScript is only used for the tool definition itself. So we position them here, we place them rather here, .opencode tool, or inside the config directory. And then the structure is we import here this OpenCode AI /plugin, then we have the description, query the project database, the arguments, and then we execute here. It is like type because of TypeScript. So we have here the arguments that query. This means that we add this new tool as a first class citizen. And then we also can add here multiple tools per file. And we also have here like a description of the arguments, and it says here that it is basically Zod to define argument types. And then we also get here as part of the context the agent, the session ID, and the message ID, which can also be helpful. And then writing tools in Python can then be invoked using bun, since bun allows us to run a Python script, for example. This is great again because of this use case, and I think that if you have certain kinds of functionality that you want to build into your AI agent, you won't need to rely on an MCP server to be able to pull that off. This is what happens currently with Cloud Code, and I think it is a disadvantage because I don't want to create an MCP server for every kind of possible like tool that I want to build under the sun. And sometimes this very simple file that we can just define here is much better than an entire MCP server that again gets spawned, needs to be long lived, and needs to like have every like detail of an MCP server going for it. Sometimes that is just overblown, overkill, tool, and here I think that it works just perfectly. So I just wanted to record this video really quickly and show you how the progress of this plugin is going, and also show you here the benefits of using OpenCode's tools as a first-class citizen instead of just relying on MCP servers, and why that can be beneficial. So with this being said, I'll continue updating you on all of the features of this plugin, and I'll see you on the next video.